On the docket tonight, a case from South Georgia, small town, Ocilla, Georgia. It involves a case that went unsolved for many, many years until it became featured on a podcast. Then all of a sudden people were talking about it. There were new leads and finally an arrest. Chanley Painter has the story of Fay Grinstead.
High school teacher Fay Grinstead vanished from her Georgia home in October of 2005.
The scene in Tara's house was ambiguous to us. We did not know if a struggle had occurred there or not.
The popular educator, also a former beauty pageant contestant, lived alone in the town of Ocilla, about 200 miles south of Atlanta. Her disappearance alarmed friends and baffled investigators.
We needed more information because we had a situation in which many people had been in the residence that day, and also several persons had been in the residence before law enforcement arrived.
The search for clues into Fay Grinstead's whereabouts would last for more than a decade. A billboard with her photo and tip line number loomed for years in the area, along with hopes she would be found. Hundreds of people were interviewed, but leads dried up and the case went cold.
You're convinced you will find her?
I am convinced we will, one way or the other.
Then in February 2017, more than 10 years after the 30-year-old disappeared, police arrested Ryan Duke and charged him with burglary, aggravated assault, murder, and concealment of a body. Not long after Ryan's arrest, police brought charges against his friend, Bo Dukes. The two were former students at the high school where Grinstead taught. They were part of the graduating class of 2002. Their names were similar but spelled differently. It was more than their names that bonded them together. Ryan and Bo shared a secret, and Bo kept that secret for years until he told it to Ryan's brother at a party.
He said that he knew who had killed Fay Grinstead, and I said, who? And he said, your brother.
That is Stephen Duke, Ryan's brother, testifying at the trial of Bo Dukes in 2019.
And I asked him, kind of shocked, what do you mean? And he said, your brother killed her. I said, are you serious? He said, no, I'm just playing. Don't tell anybody.
But Bo wasn't joking when he confessed to investigators that Ryan allegedly told him he broke into Grinstead's home to rob her for drug money, but ended up strangling her. Grinstead's body has never been recovered, but Bo's confession helped crack the case. Bo said he helped Ryan move Grinstead's body from a large pecan orchard where Duke had dumped the body to a nearby pine grove. Bo then assisted Ryan in burning the body. Bo was convicted for his role in the crime. The jury found him guilty of concealing Grinstead's death and lying to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. He was sentenced to serve 25 years in prison. It's not clear if he will turn state's evidence against his friend Ryan when he's tried for Grinstead's murder. Ryan has pled not guilty and maintains his innocence.
All right, the good news, we've got a couple of attorneys from Georgia tonight. Give us a little insight into pecan country down there in Ocilla. Let's bring back in Michael Sterling, Ann Bremner, and Josh Schiffer. Josh, this is a small town trial. I mean, this was a big, big story for many, many years. That community searched for her. What are your thoughts about, it really comes down to, it looks like it's going to be Ryan Duke accusing Bo Dukes. They're not related, but they're connected.
It's like the empty chair defense, except there's another body in the chair. It's a great story of betrayal. It's something of a backstabbing nature that you kind of expect out of a Southern Gothic tale like this. And you're right, Vinny. This is small town America. If you have not been out to this kind of rural part of the Southeast, it is like dialing back the clock to a foregone era. These are little towns where everybody knows everybody. And this is the biggest story in this area probably in 50 or 100 years. It's going to be exciting. The lawyers involved, and I know Michael at least knows at least one of them, some of the best around. So there's going to be a lot of good fireworks.
Absolutely. And, you know, this Bo Dukes character has already been convicted and has other legal issues, a lot of problems. Michael Sterling, that's an easy place for the defense to point to here. And the other problem for prosecutors is they still haven't found Tara.
Yeah, that could potentially be a problem. I mean, if your only witness is someone with the kind of trouble of Bo Dukes, who, Ryan Duke could potentially, pin this on, the defense, somebody else did it. It wasn't me, it's this guy, which is probably where the defense is going to go with it if this case goes to trial. You've got a witness with a lot of problems, and you don't have much else to go on because you don't have much forensics. You don't have any forensics. You don't have the body. You don't have a murder weapon. You don't have a lot of the things you would typically have in a murder case. You don't have any DNA tie-in to the crime, so you don't have a lot of the things you would typically have. Vinny, and you really are relying on this cooperating witness who is going to be problematic for the prosecution.
I agree. And I look at this case and I wonder what happened. Why did it happen, and why can't they find? I mean, this entire community was looking for her and never to be found.
It's astonishing, especially because they don't seem, the defendants, to be too sophisticated. How could she disappear and never be found? Of course, Susan Cox Powell was never found out in Utah 11 years ago, in our case. But the fascination from the podcast, I think part of that is people want to find her. I mean, maybe she will be found now with all the attention on the case. I'm all the way up here in Seattle, so I'm Southern Gothic is a little bit different for me, and I defer to my colleagues and great friends from Georgia. But I think that this is kind of a leap of faith case, Vinny. Like a jury will say, you know what, we're going to take this is not a strong case, but we're going to take a leap of faith, and we're going to do justice and convict.
All right, folks, take a look. There's no trial date set, and there's been a lot of litigation back and forth, but I expect that date to be set soon.